A plea has gone to the federal government to establish a University of History and Archaeology in Kwara State. In tonight's Sunday special, our correspondent Ibrahim Alege tells us about the challenges of some tourist sites in Kwara South.
The National Museum Isie, Kwara State, was the first in Nigeria, established in 1775. It contains historical artifacts, especially these stone images, which oral history claims were actually human beings turned to stones. Another school of thought, archaeology, disagrees with these historical facts.
They don't think they are human beings turned to stones, because looking at them, they said they are 3 times shorter than the size of normal human beings. And also, when you look at them critically, you will see that the outer part is well polished, but when you look at the under part, you see that you still see some sign of rough edges, that these are carver's knife, that the place is not, that this thing should be for commercial purpose, that it's not actually people that turn to stones.
Even though the museum is open to tourists, the traditional ruler of Isie, the Elisie, does not set his eyes on the stone images because of the traditional history behind it.
These artifacts speak volume about the cultural people of Isie, and what the people want is for the federal government to establish an institute here where culture and history of the people can be learned. They also want this institute to be attached to a federal institution for further research.
Lola Ashiru is the Kwara South senator. He is pushing for the establishment of a University of History and Archaeology in Isie.
We are cradle of mankind, but we have not been able to show it much in Nigeria as much as it is in Isie here. And we will encourage the federal government to set up a University of History and Archaeology here. Before that time, we are initiating a yearly conference on culture and art, which will be an international conference. A lot of facilities are needed to do this.
It will go a long way that the federal government should consider a place like this. You either establish a university whereby people can come over here to look at all these things, study them very well, or establish an institute by the federal government.
Our quest to further explore tourist sites in other parts of Kwara South took us to other local government areas. We made an attempt to visit the popular Owu Falls, but we were denied access. No thanks to the bad road along Oroago. The situation became complicated as a result of the heavy rain, which further aggravated the bad state of the road. This road is worse. At times, we spend up to 4 hours on this spot because we have to wait until the water level goes down before we can pass.
Look at this, what's happened today. You understand? All this bridge, the water is already moved. Nobody can go anywhere. It's stopping us. We are here every time. We have a problem of this bridge.
The bad road made us to finally shelve the idea of visiting Owu waterfalls. At Ero Omola waterfalls in Okero local government area of Kwara State, we came face to face with another tourist potential waiting to be tapped into.
Can you see nature? Can you see unadulterated nature? Can you see the beauty of nature? Can you see the beauty of landscape? Can you see the beauty of water and land?
As much as the site is fascinating, access to the waterfalls is a major challenge.
This is obviously one of the gifts of nature, but accessing this place is a Herculean task, and this accounts for a reason why this place has not been fully tapped into.
Another tourist attraction is the Imoleboja Ipekun cave, which served as shelter space for Ekiti people during the intertribal war centuries ago.
We should reincarnate this. We should establish it. We should emphasize it, and we should convert it into a tourist attraction. So you can see when we are inside the cave, more than 100 of us were there, and we feel so comfortable, very fresh, very refreshing, and I think it's a good place for picnic.
The people of the senatorial district are keenly watching and waiting for a collaboration between the federal and state governments to see to the development of these tourist sites. Ibrahim Alege, TVC News, Kwara South.